Now, there are two sides to every story, you know. Just because you think someone's doing something by your perspective don't mean they really are. Now, usually when the man, though, if you watch movies of this nature, does do what's called oral sex on the female, they don't do it one time, right? And I'm not doing something out the ordinary if I make sure my stepdaughter didn't already pee. If she, after I pulled down her panties, don't go immediately to the bathroom in the made up story, right? Which I don't remember anyway. I don't know. Because it's hypothetical. Two possibilities, not one, not one. See, that's a real hypothetical situation where you have one way she could have done it or another way, right? There's also two ways to look at if I was making sure she didn't pee, how did I do so, right? Well, you gotta smell it anyway. Now, if you're sticking your tongue out as you're going down, are you trying to entertain the child a little bit? you know, like that. Now, another thing you do is peekaboo. You never stuck your tongue out to a child like that. The only thing is, you're trying to make sure she didn't pee. Right? See, all I gotta prove is reasonable doubt if I only did it one time. And that this person's perspective is wrong, right? Even if it's Daphne herself. Right? Reasonable doubt means if my story makes more sense than hers, even a little, it's probably the more rational of the two ideas, right? If it's more rational, okay, she's let me do this to her own child while watching me from the bedroom with the mirror. So only you can see it without me knowing you're even there. And if I see you, I'm going to think, well, oh, she's helping her daughter go to the bathroom. I wouldn't. Yeah, you would. Yeah, I would. Why wouldn't I'm not around a child growing up who's also female. Yeah. Even being around my sister, even if my mom just changed her diapers, and me, Roddy and Mark didn't help that out at all. But we did. I'm at least around the female from the day she's brought home. I don't know. Till I joined the Navy, right? So do you honestly think I'm going to do anything to jeopardize not only my status, I know, or situation, but also my stepdaughter's reputation as well? And really do oral sex on her? No. But I can, if she doesn't go to the bathroom immediately, check to see if she didn't already pee. Which is why I would stick my tongue out on the way down. Not knowing, okay, not seeing Daphne in the background anywhere when I'm doing this either. Because if I see her, there's no reason to do it, right? If I don't see her, she's in there with me alone and could need help going to the bathroom or might be in there for some other reason trying to go to the bathroom, right? In this particular scenario, she's over by the bathroom anyway, right? So again, let's let calmer heads prevail here, right? Because whoever this is, this person is trying to convict me without a trial. And if it is my ex-wife, then she didn't marry me for the right reasons to begin with. She had an alternative motive there, right? Even if she thought I really touched her vagina, which she couldn't see with a mirror anyway. And objects and mirrors are closer or even farther away than they appear, right? See, another thing is one mirror, objects are closer than they appear. And in the other mirror, they appear what? Almost normal, probably correct distance, right? Why is that? One mirror is on the left side, right? Which might throw off the actual distance. one is on the right side and the distance might be more accurate. But you can't rely on the one on the left side like you can the one on the right. Now, again, though, if someone's a car length behind you, right, and you slam on brakes or a car length and a half, and you stop for traffic reasons, whatever, right? I don't know. And I stop on time too, within a car length, right? Again, I'm stopping on time, right? But if you're looking at me from the bedroom somehow with the mirror, which again is why I'm asking Salvador this question. He's the only person who would have an interest in this story anyway, other than someone on base who's gay, right? And then I don't know, that guy isn't stalking me or something because he's gay. And maybe I met him at the wreck in the fall somehow. He knew I was going into the Navy and followed me into the Navy, right? Or found out about it, right? Don't matter why. See, if someone's stalking you, they're stalking you, right? Especially if you're not aware they're stalking you, you're not doing anything to hide yourself from someone. No. That's not how a stalker has to work, though, if you're kind of a normal acne guy most of the time anyway, and a normal heterosexual male, right? But now, most women around me can tell I'm interested, but I'm waiting for you to let me know you're interested. Because you can have a boyfriend. You could not be single yourself. I can read your mind as well. See, some of you ladies confuse body language and me being able to read some of your body language. I can go, I might know you're sad or upset. But I don't know why. That's why we ask you why, ladies. We can't read your mind. Or you're going schizo yourself. No. That's called miscommunication, right? Now, I'm sure Jesus explained to his disciples how he knew when the woman came in that Simeon or Simon, whatever his name was not happy that she came in there to wipe Jesus' feet with her tears, right? It's also suspected that it was the woman caught in the act of adultery, which could also be Mary Magdalene, right? And that she was really Jesus' wife, right? See, the Gnostics talk about it differently in their relationship while they were around the disciples. They would at least kiss each other, and you can only kiss one person in Judaism, your wife. Really, they had even social distancing among Jews back then, right? Only close family members could get close enough, right, to even kiss someone, right? Usually that's a brotherly or a sisterly kiss, right? Now, I don't know about hugging per se, right, either, but I know certain things, like I said, were taboo to them, right? They wouldn't do it, so the same as someone else would do it. One of the sensitive subjects is kissing, Even Paul said, greet each other with a holy kiss, right? Okay, so they knew about kissing even back then, right? So, yet, what's the real issue here? Am I trying to lick her vagina or make sure she's didn't pee? Well, one, if you're watching me with the mirror, you might well think I touched it when I didn't, right? And the difference is in a few millimeters. And that's what I mean. Your nose, to smell it, will be closer than your tongue, right? To lick it. And then you just come straight up right away, too, right? Then you go back up, right? And then you put your tongue back in your mouth. Now, then what am I doing? Right? Well, I'm investigating further while she's in there with me and trying to figure out another reason she could be going to the bathroom, which is to wash her hands, right? Or take a shower or bath with someone, right? Right? Is that so far fetched, though, that it's not possible? And if my explanation is more rational than hers, she's the one going crazy on me, right? Not me, her. I'm still looking at it as the 4-year-old's in there with me. She's my stepdaughter. She could be going to the bathroom, right? The whole time. So then I go over by the couch, maybe, I'm guessing. And I'm trying to interact with her in the normal way, right? But then she's still laying there. I don't know what's going on. I still don't see Daphne. So I wonder if she wants a shower or a bath with me because I remember doing the same with my mom around the same age, right? So I start undressing, right? I walk around the couch a little bit trying to think about what I'm really about to do, and then I realize that might be a bad idea. So you get dressed. So I get dressed, I dress her, but I also know that's a little weird even for me, so I ask her, who showed you that, right? Now, there's only one person that it would bother Daphne, and she says, should be that. That's Grandma, I know. And again, she would have a dilemma. Do I tell on Shane, or do I let it go? Right? She might have even, in her own mind, for her own justification reasons, let it go. But she might have even told it to Maribel, and it could be Maribel now. I don't know, right? Like I said. But even Maribel isn't an eyewitness, nor is Daphne doing it in the right spirit, even if she told Maribel, and that's hearsay, right? It still don't mean I'm doing what her and Maribel think I'm doing, or even Sheena, or even Sheena. So you get, that's what I mean, right? And they're also trying to ruin my dating life, right? That wouldn't do all that, right? Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would. But that's sabotage. See, like I'm asking Sheena, well, I don't know what I actually did. I think we both knew and were on the same page that we at least had sex, right? It wasn't not sex. We both knew it was sex, right? I didn't slip my penis in instead of my tongue, right? Exactly. And I never denied that we had sex, right? But the shipmates might have not even known we had sex and started attacking her, right? But the only way they can do that, Captain Carey, and I'm a disabled veteran now, thanks y'all. But again, only they could have wrote her another way, typing up the letters. But I didn't do that myself. In fact, I wouldn't even think they would do that. I wouldn't even know they did that. And no one told me they did that. So I'm still guessing even there. Now, that's why I got my transcripts from school. I'm a C plus student in typing, right? But unless that's your regular job, the only way to type up back then is called a manual typewriter. Question: are there any typos or whiteout used on any of the letters? Right. If there aren't, I didn't type up those letters. Right? But I know who did. You know who did. I know who could have instead, even if they told you I did. I know. That's their setup. They knew what was going on. I know that. They were prepared for you to ask them about the letters, and that they would tell you they saw me with the typewriter, which would be a lie. I know. A bold face, like that's not even part of my job, right? As an electrician, right? I don't type up nothing. In fact, I'm given a work card, and I was supposed to be given a book with the work card probably too. I'm figuring that out too by now. So I didn't know at the time, right? And that's a total hose job, right? Screw over. That's why. shows her from. It shows her from. I'm sorry, I'm watching The Mummy. Got distracted for a second when I saw the girl naked from behind. Sorry. But see, the perspective of two different people seeing two different things can be different enough, right? That one sees it one way and one another. And like Shane said, I was trying to go to sleep myself and suddenly noticed the girl was in there with me and was alone with me, right? And then I had to deal with that as a step parent, suddenly along with a stepdaughter, and I wouldn't see it as you would, or Daphne herself if she's trying to set me up, or turned it into a setup, right? See, there she's trying to change what I'm doing into something criminal, which if it's only one time, like I said, I don't even know I touched it or not. Right? That's why I pointed out what I did at one time. Right? I don't know I did or didn't actually, but that's what I mean. The point about saying one time would be from her perspective only, right? If she's watching me do it. You understand? And if that's the more rational explanation of the two, fine, I'll let it one time. Or I was close enough to think at one time but didn't touch it, but was willing to shoot your meat, right? Which do you think is more logical suddenly if you're cast in that situation yourself, right? And you see your stepdaughter in there with you, but only her. Right. Right? But all I would do, though, like I said, eventually is bring her back to her mom, no matter how little weird it got, trying to figure out what was going on, right? That's what that shows, too. I'm trying to figure out what was going on, not sure how to react or what was going on either. And someone else is making up their mind for me and the girl what was really happening, right? Well, that would only be nasty, too. And she's wrong. And she's wrong. Because I help with Renee. I can handle a child of any age around me and not try to have sex with her, right? Now, I don't know how to deal with it if a child tries to have sex with me, but I'll try to talk them out of it if I can. But even with the two moms who had daughters in two different situations, both of them had a male roommate. One, an ex-boyfriend who was out the house when I met them, right? And the others was still there. And I'm in the living room and I go to sleep when the mom goes to sleep, right? So the daughter has to go in there before morning. I don't remember this happening either. And seduce me and seduce you while I'm trying to talk her out of it. Same with the other girl. She has to seduce me when I'm asleep, right? But she's in that actual situation and the other girl to actually do it if the roommate or the boyfriend tried to molest them or molested them, right? First. That's the only reason that would happen, right? And I tried to talk her out of it and make sure she was sure, and she just wouldn't stop, so I let her be on top, too, right? So you've been trying to stop her. I know that's wrong. I know that's wrong. But those are the only two girls I know that situation might could have occurred with, and there won't be a third. I don't look for that. Even if I find a woman who has a daughters in that age bracket, that's not a normal response. Unless they're being molested really, for real, for real. But see, the tongue has to touch it. If she's watching with the mirror, she can't tell if it touched it or not. And if I'm going down there to smell it, I know not to touch it. You see what I mean? And the difference only has to be, did I touch it or not? The only one who would know that is the daughter that night. And I'm sure she asked her if I touched her. And would know all that by morning. So you didn't touch her either. Right. Because then she could have went to the police with the daughter. The daughter tell them I touched her, right? Durr. That's how you figure that out, even if you have amnesia of it? Probably. Because I do. Because I do. Right? And the final possibility, like I said, is Sal or someone on base who was stalking me, right? But way before this, right before this, I didn't even know he was stalking me. He'd been stalking me. He was just looking for an opportunity to do something crazy to me again, and finally found it at the 3-story building I was living at. Because I got locked at the roommate. But he would know I took karate. He would know I studied into jiu-jitsu too. And both that direct in the fall. Bye.